We have a nostalgic energy surrounding you. What that means is somebody is in a state of, they're changing their perception, okay? It's not a state of mourning what you once had. It's not telling themselves things are impossible anymore. Somebody sees nobody has shot themselves in the foot, if you will. That you guys were meant to believe in your connection. You were meant to meet each other. The downloads of why you've been put into each other's life have been received. And now choice is taking over for you two to not leave. There's a difference between separation for further growth and leaving. There's a difference between letting go and giving up. You let go of a connection, not because it wasn't serving you. You genuinely saw that there was no other way forward than to pull back your energy from a connection. If you would have kept going forward on your energy surfboard, is what I like to call it, you would have tipped over. There was a wave of emotions that you had to almost back up and go medium back to become stable. And it was about emotions. It was about life experience. It was about assumptions. What you've done in your life in current moments. You've felt today a sense of, I think the best way to put it is a remembrance of what living in a grief mindset is. And what I mean by that is when you let everything that's out of your control get to you. When you believe you've put yourself in a hole and you can't get out. When you let the negative thoughts roll over and over into a big ball and then just go down your hill. Living in a grief mindset is something that is out of your ability now. You've noticed your cycles, you can catch yourself. But today you've definitely felt maybe the closest in a while to feeling like it's hard to think positively or feel hopeful, if that makes sense. You've been changing your surroundings. You could have been called to get, in the past 2 weeks, this is about a past 2 week energy, and this is currently what's going on. In the past 2 weeks, you've focused on what can I do for not only this world, but for myself. AKA eating better, working out more, setting healthy boundaries with other people, and also tidying up your space, but your space as well. You've been going down some forms of perception altering change, putting yourself more than in just new opportunities, or more than putting yourself in other people's shoes mentally, really seeing almost like an out-of-body experience your past. This energy, I have two people in the current moment who are in solitude from each other, but are deeply positive. What you've been feeling today with that grief that you've been kind of feeling, or the shakiness, or hey, it's harder to really feel positive about what's going on. Like, I know I've surrendered to the process. I've surrendered to whatever is meant for me is going to come my way. I know that I have so many other things to focus on, but man, do I love this person. And I don't want to throw my energy anywhere. And I don't want to live in a grief mindset with that person, but God, do I miss them? Remember that you're allowed to miss somebody, but when you catch yourself going into like a nostalgic mindset, like telling yourself it's all past, that's a message to the universe of you feel it's in the past, not reminiscing or looking back in a way of evolution. When you decided, this person I will never give up, but I will let go, you sent a wave of emotions to be cut off from them. This person for a while was not feeling your energy anymore. And it was because it was purposeful. You asked, Spirit, please stop making me think about this person. If I have anything that I am doing unintentionally to them, please keep it from that person. Meaning, if I'm throwing a wave of emotions onto them and I don't realize it, if I have unhealthy expectations or etc., if I'm not really, even though I think I'm being at peace with fate, if I'm not being at peace with fate, collect my energy and bring it back to me. During this time, they noticed when your energy went away. After a while. But then things started popping back up for them. Your name, songs, signs, pictures, memories. When you truly were becoming of service with yourself, there was no way you were going to be able to go down the rabbit hole, if you will, of your own emotions, of what no longer serves you, while still focusing on loving this person. This is a time of life you two had to separate for further growth. And it looks like gradually, without you even realizing it, Spirit was opening up doors of your energies to each other again. So you stopped singing their name. You got what you asked for. You said, Spirit, please just let me not think about this person. It hurts. It's overwhelming. I don't want it forever, but if I am to let them go, then please not keep me distracted, but give me the ability to really be able to focus on everything else. And they did. That made a humongous difference, more than you could ever imagine with law of attraction. That is what truly it means to not force anything. So many people think that they are respecting some of these boundaries. Oh, it has been enough time. When in reality, it is fear or anxiety of not doing the right thing that is actually making you think you're supposed to contact or talk about something, bring it to attention far before it's ready. When you're living and taking care of yourself, Spirit makes sure the moments of being able to bring each other nothing but surrendering the negativity at the door, the what ifs, the fear, until you've tidied up your own mental space, etc. Then you will have room for another book in your bookshelf, if you will. As we speak, this person, they have sought a form of guidance about you. This could either be, these are collective still takes what resonates. So this could be their spirit guides. This could be a form of a channeler, a reader, and or friends. Professional friends is what I'm being told as well. So during your separation, they've been able to figure out who they can and can't ask even more advice from. They've cleansed a lot of energy that was emotionally, okay, I see. They had somebody surrounding them that they're like, I surrendered to the fact that this person is never going to learn their lesson unless I separate with them. And this could be either collective takes resonate, so this could have been another lover, or this could be a friend or a family member, etc. But it was a form of a karmic connection. It looks like there's been some decisions in recent times as well that they were like, man, if I could talk to you, you would know the right thing to say to me. As we speak now, I'm giving a little giggle because right now the thing that they're seeking guidance on is about you. And go with me here. The first person they think about when seeking guidance to talk to you is almost yourself, because they're realizing that's it. That it's literally just talking. There doesn't have to be this big thing. There doesn't have to be an excuse. You and this person care about each other unconditionally and are letting all the other words form from there. Spirit is definitely giving you the signs that there's momentum happening. That's why you're seeing their name. That's why those songs are coming up. That's why the synchronizations about even things as simple as food, places, etc. are aligning again with them. They are in a state of on their way to you. You're at a finish line. You're at a finish line of them bringing in communication. And at this point, the only thing that matters when it comes to this connection is knowing you are reading the signs correct and you still know it's not your place to push it. They're in a state of daydreaming about you, but this is more, it's now, they're telling me today it's brainstorming. Yesterday it was daydreaming. Today it's brainstorming. You're not stopping a flow. You're not stopping a flow by thinking about them or putting yourself in their shoes. That's what I see. You're not looking at all for like excuses to justify what the ego wants you to think. And we all have an ego for a reason. The ego is formed in childhood to protect you. It's a man-made thing in your mind. We're not born with an ego. And the ego does not mean selfishness and cockiness, etc. That's side effects of the ego. The ego is formed by life experience about what happened around you. So you understand, hey, I know my anxiety, my fear, what I think the way things are supposed to be, my old way of thinking is trying to creep in and say, oh, if they really cared about me, they would have done this by now. Or am I reading the signs correctly? Blah, blah, blah. You know you're reading the signs correctly. You know life's not black and white. And if they didn't come before, there was a reason for it. Spiritually and in a 3D world sense, because everything aligns, everything connects. They've definitely opened up a door to spirituality with your connection. No matter if they were a spiritual person or not beforehand, they are now. And for some, they're still very, very in the beginnings, but they've had enough proof in the pudding, is what I'm being told, that this is real and life-changing. They've been able to digest the crazy amount of synchronizations and are saying, as we speak, there is no other sign I really need to know I'm meant to be, not meant to be with this person, but I'm meant to be in this person's life. And I will let all of the other information flow and form from there. So, what is your step 1 out of this reading? Let us see. The release ritual. This is about knowing any burned bridges, etc. It's going into other energy. I see. The only thing you have to do from here is deeply understand that you are not wrong. That they have not burned away what you two have. They did not perform a ritual to release you. They've looked at many. It's very interesting. I feel like this person has researched things you've spoken about to verify with their own consciousness, their own sentientness, their own ability to surrender to facts and follow intuition. They've bled into why you make them feel so positively. This person could have done also, I know this one's a little, but sometimes it takes me a while to help the person's energy give the message. For a lot of you, they've dived in further into learning about you and or the things you've spoken and talked to them about. They've done their research and they see that you know what you're talking about and they don't have to question those things anymore. Spirit doesn't want you to start going into any form of intensity with looking them up online, trying to release, making things fit. You're in flow. That's all you have to do is stay in flow. If something's going to fit, it's going to fit. You don't have to make it. Do not tell the universe that you know this isn't going to happen and etc. Release any imposter syndrome you have about this connection. Their waves, they're pulling in. The tide is pulling in. That's what I got for y'all today. And we're going to talk about Twitch. Over on Twitch at Uncle Bronze Official, every single stream, I give away a tarot reading for free. All you have to do is be following me on Twitch and watch the active live stream. I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'm trying to throw Fridays in there as well. So 3 to 4 times a week, you have the chance of winning a free tarot reading. That is Twitch at Uncle Bronze Official. And I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.
Thank you.